Let it fly after this. It will take place inside Lucas Oil. Set to go. Houston won the toss. They defer, so we will. With our producer Steve Ackles, our director Derek Mobley. Indiana's up. Little pop-up kick. Don't make the mistake and think that he is not really good. It's Anthony Richardson, the rookie, this offense.
Yeah, I think he's got a little Kenny Power.
Here is Taylor. They got him going last week off his best game of the season. A rookie who's had an outstanding year in Josh Downs. And the offensive line.
And they've been able to get that running game going.
Here's a toss to Taylor, and that play was.
Single use of hands. Hands to the face. Defense number 25.
As we look at the defense, DeMeco Ryans, the head coach, is the man who's calling the.
In this first season under DeMeco Ryans.
First throw, Minshew is able to complete to
come out as a quarterback, soft corner, and come right out to Michael Pittman.
Down. Minshew underneath. There she'll bobble on the throw by Minshew. Minshew pulled it down and now out to.
He's able to get deep up that sideline, had a chance.
There's a first down carry by Jonathan Taylor. Heinisch on the stop.
Ball game to score and then running the football late. We saw it a few.
Play action from Minshew in the pocket.
Well, they pick up the first down.
Here's Taylor, a first down plus.
Well, you're going to see Jonathan Taylor as he hits this hole. I mean,
over the left side. Nice gain on first down this year, but if he can just put all that behind him and start rolling, this team look. Here he is again. And well played, Chris.
When these two teams met, and Indianapolis was.
Minshew.
Goodson gets wide here. He's worried about the corner. Try to draw him off sides and. You know, right idea.
Matt Gay back. He was a Pro Bowl. Good snap, good hold. Good kick. It's down 3. 2 seasons in the NFL combined. He's a proud Michigan. And C.J. Stroud threw a beaut.
For Nico Collins on the outside, one-on-one on the rookie.
This season, and they almost came away.
And bringing him in, but a year ago, they brought in Derek Stingley, number 20.
Was in the medical tent. Here is a sack by Chris.
Buddy then there to pick him up. He's got a clean shot on Gardner.
Tennessee in that win to set up this win and in situation. As Stroud, little play action to start. Good protection. Airs it out for
post. It's rookie Juju Brents who's in coverage on him. And another.
And Nico Collins has been the. And a crowd silencer. Say wow. 7-3. Texans on top. Offensive play of the game this season. And they almost came away.
Anderson and bringing him in. But a year ago, they brought in Derek Stingley.
Was in the medical tent. Here is a sack by Chris.
They run a little game up front. And nobody then there to pick his
sack game against Tennessee in that win to set up this win at
this point in the ball game and try to play as much field position as you can.
Sanchez hits a good one. Fans at Colts touchdown town outside of Lucas Oil. Touchdowns left that game with a concussion. Right up the gut for 5. As you look, top 5 targets on the outside. They lost Tank Dell. Here is Singletary again. 3rd down and short. 4 different players. The only team that can boast 4 with it.
They opened up in max protection to take their shot.
Stroud's going to go and dive.
Situation is he sees it open up and he knows exactly where he needs.
That's caught. That's Collins.
This season than what he had his first 2 years combined. Great year.
Singletary brought down short of first down yard. Top Kyle Shanahan right below. And then all these great assists.
A good job with this group this year.
Good job by the Colts defense as they get a stop
against this interior group by the Indianapolis Colts. That's where they're.
Johnston hits it end over end.
Crazy.
Down 4. Pressure off the edge and the pass incomplete.
Against the Titans. Played just 11 snaps in that game, but got.
They fake it to Taylor, and the pass is low and incomplete.
Here, and he's got the shot. And right now, I just think that Gardner Minshew
and Minshew is going to air it out for Pierce. It's against Braden Smith, who is in his second game back. And
D'Amico Ryans is.
Season. King from just part of that tree, and young coaches on first down. Stroud sideline, Schultz over
him going on to the San Francisco 49. Have all been effective.
Quick throw that's on the edge and caught
without Robert Woods. They don't have Noah Brown. They've had lineup changes he's had to overcome with injury.
Here's a handoff to Singletary as a young man, but he got into the. Here's Singletary, nice cutback, third down.
On Devin Singletary, and he took control of the position.
A false start on their Pro Bowl left tackle, Tunsil.
That week 2 game against the Colts when they gave up 6 sacks. And
underneath, Collins won't get it. Speed. Ball is in Indy territory. Colts. 7-3 game, and the look.
You would hate to not make it and then give the ball to the Colts here.
Johnston hits it end over end.
It was outstanding. For that matter.
What do we have there, John Perry? Is somebody eligible? Did they? There's 5 free yards.
Yeah, that's a good job. The benefit you have playing at home, so you're backed up because you're not going to gain much if you use it inside the 5. As
5, Taylor was losing his footing.
Indianapolis has been, they just have not been able to sustain the drives because
as they hand for the first down. So there you go.
It's the area where they've improved the most under D'Amico Ryans. Last year they were the well, and they are again here tonight.
Hand 0-1, and he's got 7 touchdowns from scrimmage and
big plays this year.
Here's Taylor on a screen.
Really the big play threat for them, and he typically is the guy getting here soon. An opportunity to take a shot down the field.
Downs and
he's going to help secure the edge, and in the backfield they're
backpedaling inside the 20. Fence for the Texans. And a first down for the Texans. And their rookie.
You would think they would. And not that that's a big surprise because he's been there
for the go-ahead points. Here's Singletary, and a gain of not gotten untracked yet for the Texans. Here is Mechie.
This ball game tonight because of the injuries to Noah Brown and Robert Woods.
Stroud finally finds a receiver for the
middle of the field. He just sets up right there, and Stroud's able
to give Stroud a tight end that he can throw to. This for Schultz.
He does an excellent job of picking it up, and that was a throw.
Singletary between the tackles, big run stuffer. He was there to make that stop, and he checks out. Quick throw, pass caught, Hutchinson. And the Texans will go for it.
Yeah, they're going to get right back on the line.
They're going to throw a flag on the Texans, which may change the second of the night on. Here's Moss out across the 15, and just to take the other. And his Huskies beat the Longhorns 37-31 in the Sugar
and lose in those semifinals.
Well, you're getting soft in your
well, a little bit. A year ago, they were 3rd worst in yards allowed. They were 5th. The Colts have still yet to convert on a 3rd down.
Line drive punt. A little group was ready tonight. He said, let's just worry about us. 2nd round pick out of Alabama in 2006. The defensive rookie.
Really looking forward to getting back home to Houston.
Here's a toss to Singletary. Of 7.
Well, that's his best run of the night. They've had a real tough time running the offensive line. Has struggled against this defensive front inside. And
now he's got his big receiver Saubert. And just his.
They do a good job covering everything up. Great protection up inside.
Down at the 45. Hand to Singletary. Inside. Trying to get the ground game going. Singletary had to change directions.
Running game when he took over. Does a good job of making.
Throw to Collins. First down plus. 2 yards.
He's just gotten better and better as this season has gone along. Zaire catch, but his yards after the catch are excellent.
Toss to Singletary, blocking in front, and He hands to Singletary.
Through it. A big game.
Coming up on the 2 minute. Texans trying to add to their 7-3 lead. They still need help. They need either a Jacksonville loss, heart and soul of that group. Stroud wide open for the touchdown is the fullback.
Ball gets across the back line and just a total blow. To be getting that ball that open.
14-3 start the second half. They lead by 11, and now
they've done some things. I mean, they've gotten it to some manageable third downs. But drive will stub them, then go to the flat, and I mean that's.
Here's a handoff to Taylor, and a good start to the. Gardner able to escape trouble, and now downfield. What a catch that was.
Yep, he's underneath it. That's
brought down immediately by Blake Cashman.
Defense. 5-yard penalty. Huge first down.
Minshew having to step through, and he in the secondary.
Illegal contact. Defense number 5.
Up over there at the slot area, and Minshew really.
Ball start. Offense number 11.
Now on this side, and you get into a game like this, and
Minshew out of bounds for Pittman.
Plenty of time, and if you have a shot down the field, really didn't.
Pump fake, a shot for Mo Alley.
Lights because in the pocket, Gardner Minshew
strike out with that, and now it's 3rd down and 15. Trying to get some yardage for a field goal try. Comes on for the Colts.
Well, they offensive
all day tomorrow with playoff implications everywhere you look. Yard try by Matt Gay. Jaguars play at the Titans early tomorrow after
6 to 10 openings, and
how those get the ball to start the second half.
Hanging in the pocket, picking up that 3rd down to Dalton Schultz, but just a great way to. This is essentially a playoff game for him.
Penalty, still first down.
Yards in the season.
I think I got to 4,000 my 3rd year in the league.
It's X. It's X.
Oh, that's right. Are you that bored down there, John? You're
try to get the ball back here before the half, down by 8. In Vegas goes through Baltimore as long as they win. They're the division leaders. Here is a toss to Singletary. 3rd down coming. Take a look at C.J. Stroud before the game, and he's got that. He's got
doing that I don't typically see from a lot of quarterbacks. He was working on the deep ball, maybe a shot.
3rd down and 12, and this incompletion.
If they can create one big play after they get this ball.
Waiting and trying to avoid the block. Downs looking.
Talking about it's going to have to be one really good play. This is good.
No jumping by the defense, and they get the ball to start the second half, and we'll set stadium. One play, touchdown, Texans. Far tonight.
Yeah, they have, and I think if you're Indianapolis, I mean, they just have not more from what they've had from Gardner Minshew there in that first half.
For the offense and Gardner Minshew at the controls so far. Receiving yards and a touchdown. There he is. Why not?
Going to see. I mean, the amount of time that C.J. Stroud has back there in the pocket, a career night.
Setting up a screen for Singletary, who's over on the sideline as the Colts start 2 rookies. And a
5-yard penalty.
His 1,000-yard season. Brandon Cooks on the list.
These types of seasons in the future for
big pressure, and down goes Stroud.
But it's this edge pressure coming here that has to allow Stroud.
Collins, not much.
Especially to come out to start this second half after the completion and
no fair catch, and down. Best at it. Big sack. On that
position game the way we did in the first half. He said we got back an offensive touchdown in the second half in the last 4 games.
Cameron Johnston, the punter for the Texans, and
I mean, he's been a real weapon for this Houston team.
Taylor's
able to run the football the way that they have in this game. You start then get a passing game for them to have a chance.
The hand again to Taylor, who's over 6.5. 2.1 yards, lowest by any team over
from where they were this time last year.
Well, wide open Granson. 23-yard completion. Here goes Taylor for 2. They fake the handoff. Pop it.
But here on this score, no hesitation by Shane Steichen. They're going for the game. It's okay to get him in the run game, and we just got it, and that's Taylor, and just not able to make the play. And what I mean, that was, I saw Tim Tebow make a living in college on that one.
Tomorrow. But for the Steelers, who won a tie in our game here tonight, their handoff to Singletary, and with the crowd roaring the regular season with that win. So that's just where this one to the sideline, incomplete from Mechie.
Jalen Jones, number 40. You know, that's, and you got to be real careful.
Pressure. Stroud unloads, incomplete.
And they've got a shot on the deeper flag route, but
for the 49ers, good punt. Downs back in. 62-yard punt.
And Jonathan Taylor made a miss.
Here's Zach Moss saying, I can do it too. Not move the ball.
Well, I got it wrong to start this game. I said that Shane Steichen will been all Jonathan Taylor tonight.
Here's Moss again, 2 carries.
Defense is their run defense this year, but he's going to keep pounding.
Stay with it. You called it. There he goes.
That momentum, and you can feel it. You feel it as a play caller.
For Jonathan Grenard, their top pass rusher with his 12.5 sacks. The Colts have now rushed for over 200 yards.
And now, you know, we talked about the momentum that they had gotten going with the run game and how
they go back to it. Taylor, and
back then with the Chargers, that they would groom some of these administrative
with Philadelphia. 2nd down and 9, a carry. Super Bowl last year, and was hired in the middle of February here with
also
3rd down and 9. Minshew, good protection, and the ball is back.
And Malik Collins, he stops this drive because it looked like out
of his career long. And the Houston Texans
check on Blue.
They're on the upright.
Blue hadn't moved yet.
Nope. After Matt Gay hit the right upright, this, by the way, at Soldier Field. Here's a little flea flicker. Stroud
field, but the coverage on the back end is really handled it all well.
Singletary on 1st down. So he watches with the rest of us. Grew up a Colt 6. Play action from Stroud. Might as well.
But he's made good decisions. And even before.
3rd and 2. Over the middle.
Well, there were 3 defenders that were the accuracy that he has at the end of this play. It looked like Hutchinson had a chance. Let's take.
This is going to be about a 51, 52-yard try. Did 2 years ago, so they're well within that.
Yeah, well, Fairbairn, he makes his, and
he's been working on the ankle and the leg strength. On
you talk about the Houston Texans and how he's played really beyond draft picks like they made this year. They're going to be right there in the hunt.
The divisional round game will be Saturday, January 20th, or Sunday. They hand it Taylor.
Back week 10 versus New Orleans, or excuse me, New England.
Minshew finds Mo Alley.
Called this trying to get the ball to him. He's really good getting down the field.
Taylor gets nothing, and he's thrown to the ground.
It really, ever since the injury there to Jerry Hughes, he just.
13. Minshew has to step up. He's went high with the hit, and the flags flew.
Well, an excellent route by Michael Pittman. Helmet to helmet, clearly. That's a
able to withstand that. Here he is again. He was with Denver, by the way. They let him go. And D'Amico Ryans, who was his Here's a carry by
two of them, and this is something they just not had much of with those two back.
And so this is going to be third to look at it. It would take a challenge to overturn if indeed Moss got. The Colts are 0 for 7 on third down.
Challenge was ruling on the field. The runner was short of the line of game.
1, and their only loss was to Gardner Minshew that season.
You have to go back and finish the third quarter. Please reset the game clock to 45 seconds.
Games, the job that these head coaches have done with these teams coming in.
Here is Moss. He's met in the backfield and lost a yard. Jump across. So that is the official end. And now Joe Flacco have had 11 and 5. They play leading the NFL with his 19 sacks.
Yeah, you go back to their end. Good for him.
Here is Moss. Can't get to the
in this game. He's tied for the team lead in tackles, and he
over the middle. Pass is caught, but short of first.
Injury. He is questionable. Also, Colts right tackle Braden Smith,
which he does in Indy. Pierce, who had a 98-yard return for a touch outside, and look up. Aerial coverage is brought.
It was a great week when they hosted the Super Bowl here in Indianapolis.
Stroud able to complete. Went about as good as it could for C.J. Stroud. Handoff and a
methodically drive the ball down the field. That really
blitz coming off the edge, and down goes Stroud.
Well, he sees it late and prior to the snap of the ball to where you at least check it before you come out.
Back at safety. Underneath it, Schultz broke once,
and that's 10 more yards. That makes this a
Stroud. Good catch. First step.
That's a good job. You talked about what he was able to.
Singletary bouncing.
10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Behind you with the back, and the natural inclination is great.
1st and 20 as a result. There's Schultz.
You know, he has played a fair amount this year.
There, backpedaling, and he just throws it to.
Good this is. This throw is about a 40-yard throw by Collins. Went and got it.
Flag now on the play as the handoff is to.
Texans were against the play clock trying to get the ball snapped.
There's no foul on the play. The offense subs.
On first down by Singletary.
Which would allow the defender to get off the field.
So 1 and 10, play action from Stroud, a screen for Schultz, and a 1st and 20 after the hold by Beck.
And they've been able to overcome them. You know, the biggest being the big time.
Singletary, first down, Houston.
Obviously, the Texans are in field goal range, and the Colts
stay on the ground. Tackles made by E.J. Speed.
Guy missed. I mean, he's so good at with his quick.
Bant is taken back over at right tackle for the Texans. Passes. Tyquan Lewis with pressure. That's Ronnie Harrison Jr., who had a sack earlier.
It's right there. But he reads the coverage. He's got his eyes down the field.
Carry by Singletary for the.
And Eric Saubert, and he's able to.
Rookie quarterback C.J. Stroud.
Excellent work by C.J. Stroud.
However, the extra. Let's check. First miss on an extra point this season, and instead of a set.
Yeah, Joe, while the Texans had the ball, Jonathan Taylor had been down.
During the break, which was it was fun to watch. Freeland is taken over at right tackle. Here he is, and bottled up in the back with the bad heel, the bad ankle, and a loss of. Backpedaling, passes caught by Down.
Big plays. They've just not. They've blown coverages. They haven't been. Well, we've seen D'Amico Ryans.
Well, under 5 to go. Taylor back to
Jonathan Taylor, and he wants to run the 4-minute offense and take it down the.
Here's Downs again.
Convert a third down in this game, and
down in 6. And they hand it off. Taylor.
96. 5-yard penalty.
No doubter. I like that. Is that the vernacular?
Back to Taylor.
Certainly the one that deserves it. But, you know, the clock continues.
Toss to Taylor. We saw Will Anderson Jr. go to the sideline. He's playing.
That gives Shane Steichen a lot more time to think about this call. They stick with Jonathan Taylor. Or
these two teams is going to the playoffs, and one of them is going to head home. They do stick with Taylor. Lowers his shoulder. And
now they gave it to him.
Oh, they switched it. Challenge, it would have to come from the Texans sideline. Just to clean up, we had a discrepancy as to if it was a first down or not. Here's a toss. Taylor, little stutter step.
The tough catch, and you know who you can work against because these corners don't.
Hand off to Taylor, left side. Pittman only 2 catches after halftime. They stay with the run and fourth.
Gardner Minshew's hand. That's interesting because they were so quick to get it up there that, you know, typically.
Gives us time to remind that the NFL playoffs kick off next in for the Colts. It's in Minshew's hand.
Not totally surprised by here. If Minshew just lays that a little bit more, a ball that could.
2 timeouts left for the Colts. And a handoff is to. There were a couple times the Texans were back. Handoff to Singletary, and the Colts will
deliver a better ball as well. I think both of those players will take ownership on not.
It's 3rd down and 6 and a 6-point. Singletary right side. It's 4.
You know that he's your franchise quarterback and you feel good about it. He had to do. He was 20 of 26, 260 yards.
Cameron Johnston is going to run out of the back of the end zone of the free kick.
Both organizations, the owners got it right on who they hired, and
Downs. An emotional C.J. Stroud gets his young